We're going to start this recording, and I'm going to start with a really masculine voice. The sound of this voice is going to be intentionally very heavy, very large. So my body implying features are going to be signaling that I've experienced a lot of sexual development. I've experienced a lot of sort of androgenization. I've been exposed to a lot of testosterone and impacted by that testosterone. Now, in addition to that, I'm going to start including some intentional masculine personality implying features. So these will be things like how the voice moves, the overall kind of pitch contour, and the behavior of how I navigate pitch. It's going to change the sort of rhythm and stress of my speech as well. It's going to change sort of my pronunciation as well. We'll hear the impact of pronunciation in this recording. So I'm going to start here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to alter my body implying features. So I'm really heavy and I'm really large right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to change my weight and ascend in pitch. So I'm going to go to like something like here, right? And you can hear that like overall the same pronunciation is happening, the same like behaviors are happening with regard to pitch change and how I'm navigating those. The personality of the speaker hasn't really changed very much, but my voice is much lighter, and that's giving the voice a kind of under full quality. Well, that kind of hollowness is something we can kind of listen for and start to delete. I'm going to start to get smaller. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello, hello, hello, hello, hello. And now you can hear, right? I'm definitely smaller and lighter than I was a second ago, but I wouldn't necessarily hear this voice as specifically feminine. It just sounds smaller and lighter. It just sounds kind of de-androgenized, but doesn't necessarily sound like a feminine speaker. So what do we do from here? From here we start changing that pitch contour, we start changing our pronunciation, and we start to hear what that does to the voice. So we're going to start here. Hello, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead, I'm going to go hello, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So during that process, I changed a little bit of how my voice moves, a little bit about how I pronounce words, a little bit about how I'm stressing specific words or like phrases within or clauses within a sentence. So you can hear that now that should sound much more typically feminine to your ear. So again, to review,
body implying features like size and weight are going to be universal. If I start to go for a larger, heavier sound, it's going to make me sound pretty masculine. But in addition to that, there are personality implying features, and I can adjust those to more closely align with different gender targets. Those specific changes are going to be really specific to region and really specific to the language you're speaking. So as you explore those, just be aware that the rules governing pronunciation change for an American English speaker are going to be different than those governing gendered pronunciation in the UK or Australia, and then those rules governing gendered pronunciation in English are going to be different from those rules governing gendered pronunciation in Spanish or French or Mandarin, right? So just kind of be cognizant of that. And we're going to just hear, right, first thing, change weight. If you can achieve a change in weight, you're already winning. You're getting really light. This kind of under full or hollow sound starts to manifest. You'll start to get
smaller and smaller and smaller, but not necessarily start to feminize yet. It'll just sound kind of de-androgenized. And this might make you sound kind of childish, but not necessarily feminine. And then from there, you want to indicate that you were, raised speaking a more feminine dialect of English, a more feminine accent, and that's when we start to incorporate those changes to pronunciation and those changes to some of those other personality implying features as well. So hopefully this clarifies a little bit what we're listening for. Play around with some of these. If you need help, let me know.